Here's the translation of the intro for Night Story. Welcome to Night Story. This is the place where mysterious tales, strange dreams, and the secrets of the night are unveiled. Join us as we embark on a journey to explore a world of wonders, where untold stories come to light under the darkness of night. Night Story, taking you into a never-ending dream. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our captivating stories. The Moonlight Haunted House Story. It all began on a chilly autumn night when three close friends, Jack, Emily, and David, received a mysterious invitation. A ticket for a horror role-playing game called Moonlight Haunted House appeared in each of their mailboxes with no indication of who sent it. The ticket contained only a shaky line of text, "Do you dare to face your greatest fear?" and an address located on the outskirts of the city. The three of them, who loved challenges and thrills, immediately agreed to join, treating it as a thrilling adventure to test their courage. Little did they know, what awaited them was not merely an entertaining game. As the taxi stopped in front of the old house, Jack, Emily, and David immediately sensed an unusual atmosphere surrounding the place. The two-story house stood alone in the middle of a desolate plot, its exterior appearing abandoned for years, with grey walls covered in moss and partly shattered windows. The moonlight pierced through the dense trees, casting ghostly shadows everywhere. The large wooden door unexpectedly swung open as they approached, as though someone was waiting for them inside. A crackling voice emerged from a speaker on the wall. "Welcome to the Moonlight Haunted House. The door will lock itself once you step in. If you wish to escape, you must uncover the secrets this house conceals. Good luck." As soon as they stepped inside, the door slammed shut behind them, leaving a cold echo resonating through the dark hallway. The dim, flickering lights were barely bright enough to reveal old paintings hanging along the corridor. Each painting depicted a happy family, but if one looked closely, the eyes of the people in the paintings seemed to follow their every move. Venturing deeper, they realized this was no ordinary abandoned house. The rooms were meticulously decorated, giving the sense of being lost in another era. Antique clocks without hands, torn old sofas, and especially eerie statues scattered around, with hollow eyes staring at them. At a hidden corner, Emily stumbled upon a large mirror, but strangely her reflection did not match reality. In the mirror, she saw herself trembling, pale-faced, and it seemed as though a dark shadow stood behind her. She immediately turned around, but saw no one. David began to feel uneasy. "It's probably just a prank to scare us. Don't worry, we just need to find clues to get out." They continued on, entering a large room that seemed to have once been a living room. In the middle of the room was a large round table with 4 chairs around it. On the table lay a wooden box locked tight. At that moment, a chilling sound echoed from the dark corner of the room, and a girl dressed in old-fashioned clothing appeared. She stood motionless, her soulless eyes staring at the group. When they entered the dark living room, Jack, Emily, and David all felt a cold chill enveloping them. The round table at the center seemed to be inviting them closer, and the locked wooden box on the table only piqued their curiosity further. However, what caught their attention the most was the girl emerging from the shadows. She wore an old, white Victorian-style dress. Her long hair fell over part of her face, revealing only her hollow eyes and pale skin. When the three friends tried to approach her, she suddenly spoke in a cold, haunting voice. "What are you looking for? An answer to escape, or do you just want to test your bravery?" David, trying to stay calm, stepped closer and asked, Who are you? And why are we here?" The girl did not immediately respond, but merely gave a slight smile, creating a soft, echoing chuckle in the room. "Open that box if you want to know what awaits." Jack quickly examined the box, but the lock on it didn't resemble any he had ever seen. There was no keyhole or combination, only a strange star-shaped symbol carved on the lock's surface. "We need to find a clue to open it," Jack said, his eyes scanning the room for related items. Emily, who had always been a bit sensitive to the supernatural, noticed that on the opposite wall there were a series of identical paintings, a family portrait. However, in each painting, a small detail changed. The faces of the mother, father or child gradually became distorted and more horrifying as they moved from the first to the last painting. When Emily approached the last painting, she noticed that the child in the picture had the same symbol on their hand as the one on the wooden box's lock. "Look, maybe this is the clue we need," she said, pointing to the symbol. Suddenly, a creaking sound came from behind. The door through which they had entered slowly opened, revealing a dark hallway ahead. It seemed as though the house was guiding them deeper into its secrets. Jack picked up the wooden box, and the three decided to proceed down the corridor, hoping to find more clues to unlock the box. The path led them to a small room filled with old wall clocks. All the clocks showed the same time, 3 a.m. But the strange thing was that none of the clock hands were moving. In the room, there was a large board with scrawled writing. "Time has stopped, and only those who dare face the truth can set it back in motion." David looked around and found a pocket watch on the table with the same symbol as on the wooden box. When he opened the watch, inside was a small key. "Maybe this is the key to unlock the box," he said, handing the key to Jack. Jack gently inserted the key into the lock of the box and turned it. The box opened with a click, revealing inside a small mirror and an old yellowed piece of paper. Written on the paper was a phrase, "To reach the truth, confront yourself." Emily took the mirror, but instead of seeing her own reflection, she saw another room. It looked identical to the one they were in, but older and darker. In the mirror, there was a figure of a woman with glowing red eyes standing silently behind them. "We're not just playing an ordinary game anymore," Emily whispered, her eyes fixed on the mirror. "There's something truly wrong here." When Jack and David looked into the mirror, they saw the strange image too. The room in the mirror seemed to reflect another dimension of this house, a dimension where fear had taken over completely. At that moment, the room shook violently, and the wall behind them slowly split open, revealing a door leading to an underground tunnel. A voice from deep within called out, as if someone was beckoning them closer. With no way to turn back, the three friends had no choice but to enter the underground passage. The stone steps led them deeper below ground, where the light grew weaker with each step. At the bottom, they found themselves in a chamber filled with wooden coffins. Each coffin bore the names of people they had never heard of, but the one in the middle had the name Emily. Emily froze, her legs feeling like they were rooted to the ground. "This can't be," she murmured, stepping back. But when she turned away, the wall behind them had vanished, and the three were trapped inside the chamber full of coffins.
Goodbye. See you next time. Wishing you a day full of health and success.